If you were up early enough, we had a lot of sunshine, but quickly we started to see this mid-level cloud deck, which I'll be honest, thought was going to be a little bit thinner than it ended up being. It was fairly overcast much of the day, some breaks here and there, but the cloud cover also kept our temperatures down for much of the afternoon. 70 degrees, our current reading. The humidity, even with a bit of a southerly wind, is still fairly dry, and we had talked about this yesterday. Even with a southerly wind, we really weren't going to start tapping back into the more muggy feel until probably the second half of the day tomorrow. So we kept a fairly comfortable day today. It was just this mid-level cloudiness that kept us under, maybe not the prettiest of days, although we had a few more breaks and some sun across the Florida parishes and into Mississippi. We also had within that rain, or within that cloud cover, some very, very light rain. But keep in mind the very dry air still at the surface. What rain we did see, most of that did not even reach the ground, and a lot of that is starting to dissipate already. As we still had some inklings of sunshine, that was our high for the day at 75. And our morning lows, again, chillier than normal. In fact, we were a full 10 degrees below average for our morning low and had 40s again on the North Shore as we expected. That 39-degree reading kind of surprised me at Macomb. It was a little colder than I thought, even in southwestern Mississippi. They're now at 72 degrees. And again, we saw a little more sunshine break out across the North Shore. Now all in the low 70s and humidity still pretty low. Dew points only in the 40s and 50s, but that will change gradually, the humidity coming up. But even as I said, end of the day tomorrow, dew points generally 50s is still fairly comfortable. It really won't be until more likely later tomorrow night. So this is looking at tomorrow afternoon, and by later tomorrow night, those dew points getting into the 60s, and that'll continue on into Thursday, where it will have more of a muggy feel. Very dry air has spread not only across the land, but even well down to our south off the Gulf waters. So even the air that is coming back at us from the south is still relatively dry. It'll take some time for all of that to kind of the moisture to continue to surge in. The little disturbance that moved over us today is the culprit for our cloud cover and very light rainfall. That is going to come to an end as we head into the night. So clearing skies overnight tonight and a lot of sunshine as we head into the day tomorrow. Same for Thursday. Plenty of sunshine, although with a more persistent southeasterly wind, Thursday will have a bit more of a humid feel. Then as we head toward Friday, we're starting to get maybe a better idea of our rain chances with an approaching cold front. Yesterday model runs have it at more late Friday into Saturday. Now most of the models are indicating could get a little round of some rainfall early Friday morning, and then probably more rain as we head into the afternoon and early evening of Friday. So Friday right now is perhaps going to be our wetter day. Here's our GFS model. By 1:30 in the afternoon, most of the heavier rainfall still off to our west, but starting to move into central Louisiana. As we continue through the late afternoon and evening hours of Friday, that's probably when we're going to see most of our rainfall coming in. That rain chance starts to taper off as we get later into the night, maybe a few lingering showers behind the front early Saturday, and then for most of the day Saturday, this is noon, rainfall gone, strong northerly wind, temperatures are coming down, and we are cooler and drier. So not a great looking second half of the day Friday, but right now the models, and that's the GFS and the Euro, in better agreement of this front clearing out by Saturday. So the weekend right now is looking great. I got a 70% chance of rain on Saturday, and a lot of that is more afternoon, evening, some lingering showers late night, but I think all gone by daybreak on Saturday. And Saturday and Sunday, much cooler, less humid. So gorgeous weekend. May have another chance of rain Tuesday into next Wednesday with perhaps another cold front.
Out of that. Thank you, Chris. Today, the